Hi everyone. Hi, I am Tank Simple. That's so fake. Hi everyone. I'm Tank Simple, and this is the Backseat Sessions. This is episode number 7, and this is about my experience being gay, and a little bit about why I do this is because I just want other gay people, other gay men, just to know that they is more than them out there. It's more like I be going through some real stuff, some real shit. So that's why I do this. And I know I'm a little ratchet. I don't care, but so this episode is about my father, and my father and me being gay, my real father and me being gay and all that. So my father, and hi Super Solars from Snapchat. And so my father, I never knew my father. I don't know my father, but I know my father. And what I mean by that is, I grew up around my grandmother, his mother. I grew up around my father's family, but my father never said anything to me at all. So I know him, but I don't know him. He never said nothing to me. Growing up, like he might have bought me one or two things as a child, but I never really had a conversation with him, like until I was like 20, till I was like almost 20. That's what was like my first conversation with him, and I was always around him. He had no reason not to say nothing to me. And this wasn't about nothing. He just never said nothing to me. He never really did nothing for me either. You know, my mother raised me by myself with the help of her husband, my stepfather. And so my father, so he never did nothing for me. And so I'm trying to make sure I say, he never really did anything for me. He was on child support, but he never had no job. Well, let's not make this about him. But all right, so my father and I. So, once upon a time, I had to go. So once I became 19, I would say I was like 19. I had just started college, and I had to go move with my grandmother because you know, it was just issues at my house. So I went to move with my grandmother, and my father was there. And as I told you, I never had a relationship with him. He never knew me. He never had a conversation with me ever. He always saw me. He might have spoke to me like one or two times in my life prior to me going to move with my grandmother. But I never knew my father at all. We never talked. He always saw me though. You know, and nobody never really said nothing to him. My grandmother did what she could do as far as trying to get him to communicate with me as a child. So now here it is, I'm 19, and I'm going to move with my grandmother. I always had a relationship with his family, just never with him. So I'm going to move with my grandmother. And, you know, it was the reason why I had to go move with my grandmother, because of things that was going on with me and my mother and everything. So, you know, my mother, prior to me moving in there with my grandmother, it didn't have nothing to do with him. He didn't need to know anything about me moving with my grandma. I'm a grown person. It was between me and my grandmother and moving to his house. So he didn't need to know nothing about me moving there. But, you know, he talked to my mother. I think he felt like me moving with my grandmother was his chance. He felt like it was his chance to raise me. And I don't know why he felt like that, because I was already past 18. I was already raised. You can't raise me. And I don't know why he felt like he was equipped to raise me. Because of his own issues, why he decided not to be there. He really just decided not to be there. But he said it was because he was mentally messed up, and that's why he wasn't in my life as a child. He wanted me to get older and explain that to me. He was BS. So prior to me moving there, he asked my mother, was I gay? And my mother was like, you have to ask him that. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you is he gay or not. You have to ask him that. So when I got to my grandmother's house, for the first time ever, he decided to sit me down and talk. And before he even decided to sit me down and talk, he was trying to ask me to take him to the store. I was driving. He was trying to ask me could I run him to the store. And I told him no. Like, I don't even know him. And he thought I was going to run him to the store. I'm so serious. And my grandma was like, I'll take him. I just said no. Like, I don't know you. Like, I don't know what he think. I think it's because of the people in the family. But I'm going to get there. So we had a conversation, and it was just a long conversation about what's going on, what's up, who are you? You know, I guess he called himself thinking he was going to be a father now, and I'm 19 years old, and I'm just looking at him. I'm just in awe that you're speaking to me. I'm just in awe. You know, this was a meeting all these years, and you ain't never say shit to me. I don't even feel like I ever had a father. I never had a father. But so, you know, he was just like, what's up, man? What the fuck was that coming out of me? What's up, man? And he's just like, what's up? So what's up? Like, what's going on? And it wasn't really enough he could tell me, because I was already doing everything I was supposed to do to get off my feet. So he asked me, was I gay? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah. And he said, men in this family aren't gay. And I was just like, well, I mean, I didn't care. I was just like, yeah, I'm gay. I like, you know. And he was just like, that's not cool. We can't have that. We can't. I mean, that's crazy. Like, he was like, that's the worst fear any father want to know, is that their son being gay. He said that was his worst fear, finding out that I was gay. But how could that be your worst fear when you don't even know me? You don't even know me, and you talking about, and you mad because I'm gay. He was like, that's the worst fear any father could ever know, is that their son is gay. So I was like, yeah, I'm gay. So he was just like, well, you know, he was just like, I guess if you gay, then I'm just going to have to get over it. I'm just going to have to accept it. But, you know, men in this family aren't gay. And he was just saying, you know, like, he don't understand it. And, you know, I could catch something faster fucking with a guy than if I was fucking with a girl. So he was just like, all right, like, you know. So I'm living with my grandmother, and he's just like, all right. So after that, you know, things went back to how they was. Like, he ain't say nothing to me for real. We lived together. But, yeah. And I never knew he was mad. So it was like, he was around me, and then after a while, about 4 months living with my grandmother, he went off on me. Like, not went off, but he started, like, just going crazy. Like, he started thinking he could tell me what to do. And I don't know why he thought that. First off, you live with your mother. I live with my grandmother, but I got a job. You home, you don't do nothing. I'm not going to go that far, but at his age, he's a grown-ass man living with his mother, and he don't contribute to our household. He don't even help his mother take out the trash. And he thought he was going to tell me what to do. And my grandmother was telling him, like, you can't raise him. He already raised. And what could he tell me? How could he tell me what to do? And what could he tell me? So he used to try to, like, do things to try to tell me, think he could tell me what to do as far as anything, washing the clothes and all that. But the whole time, like, he started going off on me. But the whole time what it was that he was mad because I was gay. So I didn't even know he was mad. And I didn't give a fuck was he mad or not. Yeah, so I was with my grandmother, and so my name is John the Fourth. That's not my name, but my real name is John the Fourth. I am the fourth. So he was saying that he can't have his name getting messed up in these streets, because I'm gay. You know, that's out there. He messing up my name. I heard him talking to my grandmother. He messing up my name in these streets because he want to be gay. He gay, you know, he messing up my name. And I was like, what fucking name? I done went to high school. I graduated high school. I graduated college. Bitch, I brought this name. I made your name something because you ain't shit. He ain't shit. So for you to say that I'm ruining your name, nigga, I made your name. I'm more of a man. I'm more of a man than you ever was. He's 40 years old, staying in his mother's house, watching. I'm not gonna go there. 40 years old, living in his mother's house with shit, nothing at all. He don't have nothing. But you gonna try to tell me what I can be in my life. And why would I care if you mad because I'm gay? But you saying I'm ruining your name? First off, they can have this fucking name. My name is Tank Simple. I don't want this name. My grandfather was always cool. I don't know if my grandfather know I'm gay or not. I guess he'll find out when he find out. I'm sure he know, but don't want to know. But my grandfather always told me to pass this name on to my child. As I was saying, I'm John the Fourth. To pass my name on, and I'm not passing this name. My son will be named after whoever I'm with at the moment. My son, like my kids, I'm not carrying this name on. I don't care about this name. They can have it. I don't want it. Y'all wasn't nothing. Y'all wasn't in my life. My grandfather was cool, but he wasn't around that much. Like, he would tell me he know when my birthday is, but he never called me on my birthday. You know, and I felt like if I'm supposed to be the one to carry on your name, if I'm supposed to be the one to, if I'm supposed to be the firstborn grandchild and I'm supposed to be the one to carry on your name, I think you should act like you care just a little bit more. And I felt like he was there more for my little cousins, which I don't care. I don't care because I have plenty of family on my mother's side. I felt like he was there for my little cousins, my aunt kids, more than he was there for me. Like, he did things and attempted to give them things on their birthday that he didn't do for me. So I just felt like, but you want me to carry on your name, I should be the first one. But I'm not carrying on this name, and I really don't care. Maybe later on I'll decide to change my mind. I doubt it. I don't really care. But, and so my father, yeah. And so I never knew so he was in that house going off on me. Like, I was having, like, after I moved from out my grandmother's house and back to my mother's house, I was having, like, I still could have nightmares to this day about how I was walking around that house on eggshells. Like, he told my grandmother, I heard him talking to my grandmother, he told my grandmother that I should kill myself because I was gay. And my grandma was like, what good is that going to do? You know? And she was like, my grandmother would tell me, like, you have every right to be mad. He don't have no fucking right to be mad that I'm gay. Nigga, you left when I was born. You haven't been in my life. You are only having a conversation with me because I moved to your mother's house. Like, you don't even know me to say that I can't be this way and I can't be that way. And he was telling my grandmother he should only be gay. The only reason why he should be gay if somebody touched him when he was, if somebody touched him, if he was a child, that's the only reason why he should be gay. But he can't just, why is he gay? Because I wasn't there? You can't just be gay because I'm not there. The only reason why he should be gay. And my grandmother was like, well, you don't know him. You don't know what happened. I was molested as a child, but I was gay anyway. And that's still, it's, he, like, I don't know where his mindset is, where he had an opinion about my life and you weren't there. Like, you wasn't there, but you thinking you got a right to be mad because I'm gay. You got a right to say that I'm messing up your name. My mother named me after you, so your ass could not be there, right? My mother said that she wouldn't even name me after him if I wasn't going to keep my name. Excuse me, Super Soulless. I need some water. So, I had to move out of my grandmother's house because we got into one big fight. And I realized, I got into one big fight with him. He was trying to take me out. He was trying to take me down. He was trying to I don't know what he was trying to do. He was trying to beat me. He was trying to make me go to jail. He was trying to make me go to jail because I was going to fuck him up in the house. But he was trying to, everything that my mother did for me, I had to realize something. And my grandmother was so defenseless. She couldn't do nothing with him. At 40 years old, she was trying to get him She was like, she kept telling him, if you can't get yourself together, if we can't coexist around this house, then you gonna have to go. Then you would have to go. But she just didn't have it in her to put him out. And she was torn between me and him. She really loved me. And she was just like, he's my child's child. I'm not gonna not love him because he's gay. Why would he kill himself? Like, so she was torn. And so when we got into that big fight, I realized I didn't want to go back to my mother's house, but my mother's house wasn't this. Like somebody trying to actually break my life, really trying to fuck my life up. Like I had to realize what everything my mother did for 18 years to put me somewhere, everything my mother built for me, he was going to try to destroy that. He wanted me to fight him. He wanted me, he was testing me. Like, he would do crazy things. And to this day, like, he would shit in the bathroom. My room was by the bathroom. So he would shit in the bathroom, and he wouldn't even flush the toilet. And he would leave the toilet seat up. So the smell would be coming in my room, and my grandmother would be like, why the fuck, like, he ain't flushing the toilet. He wouldn't flush the toilet. And he did it a few times, being smart. Like, just trifling ass shit a grown man shouldn't do. Like, he was trying to tell me not to use my grandmother's bathroom. Like, the stuff he thought he had some control over me, and I don't know why he thought that. I was a grown ass man, and he was a man, and I told him, like, I was like, you not shit. You ain't shit, my nigga. Who are you? Like, so I had to realize, like, he was going to I had to get out of there. And I didn't want to go back to my mother's house, but I knew I had to, because he was going to try to break everything my mother built. And I wasn't about to throw everything away. Everything my mother did for me, I wasn't about to throw that away by fucking around with him, by, getting caught up in me fucking hurting him, or him trying to hurt me. Because I was going to go crazy, because I just didn't understand. And it was just like, everything that I thought could go wrong with my father before I moved to my grandmother's house, it went wrong. And it wasn't because of me. I had nothing, because he knew I was gay. And then it was like, okay, so if I wasn't gay, what you wanted me to be like you? You wanted me, he was like, I thought we was going to bond. He was like, I was happy when I found out you moved, when I found out you was going to move out here, I was happy, because I was like, it's our chance we could bond. But because I'm gay, he felt like we couldn't bond. But what was we going to bond and do? Because you ain't about shit, my nigga. He would rather me be a man and sell weed with him than be gay and be successful and be high school graduated, college educated. He would rather me be, you know what I'm saying? He would rather me be selling weed with him. You get what I'm saying? And then to be gay. Like, anything but gay. So that's my situation with my father. So I moved out of there, and I haven't talked to him since, and it's been like almost 3 years. I never talked to him anyway, so I mean, I have seen him. I might have seen him a few times since, but he's still going crazy. He has his own issues, and one of the reasons why my grandmother couldn't really stand up to him, because I guess she has her own guilt. I don't really know, but I never had a father. My mother and my stepfather. My stepfather wasn't a father to me either. He just wasn't. The way he's a different person today. He's a different person than he was when I was growing up today, my stepfather. But he wasn't no father to me. That the way how he tried to raise me, it didn't come off as love. And that's some real ass shit. So he wasn't no father to me. So on Father's Day, the only father I ever had was my great grandfather and my uncle Johnny Lee. So I just that didn't come off, the way he that didn't come off as love to me. So I don't feel like I ever had a father. And I see, and it's crazy that now I'm attracted to men that are fathers now. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's nothing like a man who take care of their child. It's nothing more attractive to that. Like, the last few guys that I liked, had kids, and I seen them with their kids. And there's nothing more attractive to me than a man who take care of his child. It's crazy though. But so I feel like I never had a father, and there was times when I really needed a father. But like I said, I never had a father, so I never wanted a father. But It was times in high school when I felt like I needed a father because I needed money for my dues. You know, my mother took care of that. But, you know, I just needed money. Before I got a job and all that shit, I needed money. So I felt like I wish I had a father. But I also felt like I wish I had a father because I needed somebody to love me. I needed a man. I still need a man. Nobody showed me how to do anything. Everybody criticized me. Like, to this day, everybody want to say, you know, you don't know how to give a handshake. I ain't have no father to show me. You know, ain't nobody never taught me how to do a handshake. Nobody taught me how to lift weights. Nobody taught me, you know, I wasn't nobody's son. I didn't have that father. Yeah, I had male role models. I had male figures. I had a whole bunch of uncles. But I needed a personal male, a father that was going to make sure I was good. That I knew everything, how to be a man. Even though I was gay, I needed, you know, I needed that male. You know, I had my mother, but I needed that male. And I didn't have that. I didn't have that love from my stepfather. I just didn't. And it wasn't because I didn't want it. It just, he failed at communicating that. You know, because a child always know when there is love. A child always know love, no matter how much. Even if I say I didn't want a father, even if I say I didn't want my stepfather to be my father, if he loved me unconditionally, it's no way that could have got miscommunicated. It's no way. You know, you could tell. A child could tell you they don't love you and they don't want you to be this, they don't want you to be that. But if you constantly loving on a child, pure love, real love for a child, it's no way that child is not going to cling to you eventually. And that just didn't happen. But yeah, that's my situation with my father and me being gay. And, you know, yeah, I hope I covered everything. I know I jumped around. It's like, because it's so much that happened.